Hey y'all. Oh shit. Need to do an intro and all that stuff. What's up, Dame Gang? It's your boy Dame Dash.
And BM Island.
Welcome. And we're back with another video for y'all. Hey y'all, did you miss us? I hope so. Today we got Chipotle. Let's do our thumbnail. Alright. Hopefully y'all can see everything. I'm gonna try to zoom in when I edit. We're in the living room eating because our power keep flickering on and off. Yeah, it's raining right now. It's a storm. We didn't know this was gonna happen. So we went to Chipotle, get ready to film, and yeah, so we eating it outside. I mean, downstairs in the living room. This is the brightest part of the house right now. Got Ariya right there, but gonna change his walk Pam.
What's up, y'all?
I got a bowl with barbacoa and chicken. Ooh, y'all hear that?
Everything is flying right now. Everything is flying, especially the like little unstable bushes.
I mean, our Wi-Fi out too right now.
My phone still works. I can play in the box.
I hope y'all having a great day.
That's big.
Wherever y'all are. There's a storm in there. Our plan is to have this out to y'all today, Tuesday. Or Taco Tuesday.
I thought that was the joy of the wind moving.
I'm gonna bring it a little closer. Alright, come here. Come around here.
Come.
And bring my camera a little closer for me.
Yeah, I was asking Damon. I saw this thing on Facebook. About her name was Issa Insecure. Insecure was Issa and Molly. Who was the worst friend group? Issa and Molly or Tony and John? Yeah. We both agreed that it was Tony and John.
But why would that even be an option?
What you mean?
Who said Issa wasn't a good friend?
It was just their relationship was just weird. After so often.
It's crazy, isn't it?
But we agreed that it was Tony and John, and I said John was the problem. We're talking. Damon, tell me what you said.
I didn't think that John was the problem. I thought it was Tony.
Why did you think it was Tony?
Which I shouldn't have did.
When she was asking her to be there for her in certain situations, Tony was selfish. Tony has always been a little selfish. That's always who she be in the beginning of the show. More about herself.
So, well, actually, yeah.
Mario, you want to start this as a topic? Because we got topics.
Oh, you didn't say nothing about no topic.
What?
Lisa.
What?
Lisa.
Sit in the chair.
Yeah, blowing. So what you gonna do? You wanna talk about that, or you wanna talk about?
I want to talk about the topic. Hold on. All right. Is this the one we was reading and we never discussed? This was next.
Did I just say 90 days? Was that one?
Hold on. Why does that seem like it's in order no more? Ariya, I really want you to remember what I just told you.
Want some of this bowl, mama?
I will take chips and burp.
Okay, I think this is the one. All right. The topic is long to read, so hold on. You want to read it?
Oh. I don't know. Let's just talk about John and Tony. We'll do that. We'll start that up when we're back in the studio.
All right, so we're going to just talk about the topic about Tony and Joan because this next topic is, I don't know, we're on a time crunch right now because of the light. And we don't have no studio lights right now. So we got to pivot.
Where we at? What I was talking about?
Joan and Tony versus Issa Rae and Molly. If y'all never watched Insecure or Girlfriends, then y'all probably not going to understand.
So if you ain't
This is the thing about...
Who hadn't watched Girlfriends?
Okay, well, if they watched your Girlfriends and they didn't watch Insecure, you cannot put.
But they still gonna have an opinion about Girlfriends.
Yeah.
Dante, you watch Girlfriend? Okay, so Dante, what you think? Do you think between Tony and Joan, who do you think was the more problematic friend?
John.
Boom.
And because...
I said because Tony, like Damon said, Tony has been the same way. That's who she is. That's who she was when they met. Throughout their whole friendship, she's been the same person. And you still decided to be her friend. Make that your best friend. But Joan nitpicks and picks at everything in somebody's life. She always inserting herself. She always trying to fix something. She just always inserting herself and then get mad when people give her backlash because they didn't ask for your assistance. The same way in the episode when Tony had said that she wanted to start her own real estate company, and then Joan wasn't happy, and then instantly like, I'm not bailing you out this time, or I can't afford to bail you out this time, when nobody asked you that, and you already putting failure on my business plan before it even came about. So I think Joan was the more problematic friend. Yeah, Tony was selfish, but you been knew that. If she's been the same way, Joan just said it in the show a million times.
Okay, but just like you saying that, Joan was also the friend that everybody did run to when they needed something. So I'm not saying it's out of nowhere. I'm saying I'm not going to bail you out because you always run to me when you need somebody to bail you out.
Yeah, but then...
So what I'm telling you is make sure that you got this. Mm-hmm. Because if you don't, I don't have you.
But do you, if your friend come to you, talking to you about a plan they got, do you instantly just like, I'm not bailing you out?
No, you're not. It's the way you say it. The way you deliver it, but...
I just feel like in the moment of your friend telling you like some big news that they got maybe, yeah, the next conversation y'all have, you know, what's your business plan, you know, what you got going on, you dig deeper into it. But in that moment of them being excited and telling you, how do you just out of nowhere, your first response is,
A negative
I'm
way
not
to
gonna
shut
bail
them down.
you. Right.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna bail you out if it fail.
Right. I don't like that.
No.
But I do understand. You know what I'm saying? How you situation.
I understand it too, but no, but I understand it. Okay, so you tell me a time like with Tony. What's your supportive reasoning?
I feel like in Joan's situation, it was different because she used to put a lot of stuff that she wanted on the back burner for everybody else. And then when stuff started happening for the friends that she wanted, she started feeling a way about it. Like Tony got married, Tony had a kid. Joan always wanted to be married. Joan always wanted to have a kid. Mm-hmm. And she felt like she kept putting all her life wantings and things on the back burner. Nobody told her to do this. Mind you, she's doing it on her own.
Correct.
But she started feeling like resentful.
But you can't feel resentful.
I mean, I understand, but that's what she started doing.
That's why she was the problem. You can't resent somebody for living their life as freely or however they want to live it because you choose to follow what was it, her 3-month rule or her bullet points. Life don't always go how you plan it, but at the end of the day, you always get to the finish line. It may not go ABC, like you might go DA, however the fact, but as long as you get to the finish line, you just live your life.
Some people live like that, some people don't.
Yeah, some people live like that.
Some people want us to go ABC.
Mm-hmm. And nothing is wrong with that. Nothing is wrong with that. But if you want to live your life A, B, C, D, E, F, G all the way to Z in order, you can't be mad because I'm skipping to Z, then coming back to A, then going to H. You can't be mad at me about that. Right. You chose to go A through Z.
Yeah.
And that was a lot of Joan's problem. Out of the collective.
But that made her a bad friend?
Yeah. No, not a bad friend, but the more problematic friend that made their relationship so toxic. I say it was Joan.
I don't even know. I don't know how to get into this. Like, I don't know. I might have to agree. I don't know.
Yeah, because it's like...
I don't know, though.
And then, you know what? A lot of people project, like, Issa and Molly on Insecure. If you watch Insecure... I feel like when some people who do have a plan and follow their plan, like people who, you know, go to college right after high school, graduate college, and get a job in their college degree, it's just like you follow. That's like in that. Molly did that, but Molly, you know, turned a few corners before she did something that she actually, you know, cared about. But Molly looked down on her because she was, you know, bouncing around. She was figuring that out. She was figuring that out. And Molly feel like just because she had her life, or she already had her career, she was able to look down on her. It was like, oh, you need to get your life together. Or you need to do this.
That's how Joan was.
Right.
But at the end of the day, Joan wasn't happy. Just like Molly wasn't happy.
Molly wasn't happy.
And they both quit their jobs that they went to school for. Yes, she did.
I thought she wouldn't work.
She quit where she was working originally and went somewhere else.
Yeah, but she still did the same thing.
Well, moral of the story, she left her job that she was working to find another one that she was more happy.
Oh.
Yeah, that wasn't a storm. That was
That was on me. Pardon me.
Marlon thought it was a tornado.
No, that tree.
I was just trying to sit proper. I'm listening to your conversation.
That was really the storm. No cap.
Sitting like this and shit like that.
That damn tree out there.
But yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Because Joan stopped working and started work. That's when she opened the J spot. And that's what she wanted to do. And then at that point, that's when she was feeling.
But that's not really what Joan wanted to do. In the episodes, Joan wanted to be a fashion designer. She wanted to be a fashion designer. Remember, she got mad at Lynn. Y'all, sidebar. I've watched Girlfriends about 10 million times. The whole season on Netflix. But
that's why this is a hard topic for me.
It was...
I don't know what's going on.
It was an episode where Liam was supposed to mail off an application to the Fashion Institute, but since Joan never heard back,
when she was young, like when they was in college.
Okay. And that she didn't mail it off, Joan said, "Well, I'm gonna go to law school." Mm-hmm. So Joan, you never wanted to be a lawyer. Right. You became a lawyer because, like she said in the episode, that's what you thought people wanted you to do. That's what you thought was best for your life.
Not true, because she was going to be a designer if it would have worked, right?
Right, but that she didn't hear back. She went to law school.
Yeah, it was like the second choice,
episode. Right.
The second choice.
But that's because that's what she thought people... because my thing, if I didn't hear back then, I'm going to keep on pursuing fashion. Oh, I'm not going to jump. You know, if I really want to do that, I'm not about to jump shit and go do something completely different. I'm going to follow my passion. You follow what you thought society... You follow what society thought was going to deem you better than everybody else.
It's not what society thought. She did what her parents wanted her to do.
What you mean?
Her parents wanted her to go to law school. Not society. I don't think she did it because society.
Your parents, you chose
two different things.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
If your parents want you to be a lawyer, they want you to be a lawyer because in the way of the world, people go say, "Oh, she is a lawyer."
Shout out to Amir, my little cousin. She's a lawyer. I mean, she just graduated law school.
Period. And you get what I'm saying? It's different. Like if you follow what
I feel like society and parent is different.
A parent wants you. If you follow a career choice because your parent said it, 9 times out of 10, a parent wants the accolade to say my child is this way. To the world, I can tell you my child is a lawyer. This, that, and the third. I wanted this position for my child. If you may not say society, your parents thinking about society. That's like with African people. Well, you know, I wasn't saying it like that. I don't know. I ain't being like that. I'm just saying. That's like Dr. Wendy. Mm-hmm. How she said having all those accolades behind your name means something in the African household.
Nigerian.
Right. Nigerian, I'm not sure. I ain't being rude. I don't know. But having all the accolades, it looked good for your parents, which looked good to everybody else looking at you. So it's still society.
It's like culture.
So what? But I said,
I get what you're saying, but at the same time, it's more value coming from your parent than coming from outside. So what I'm saying is the value of it coming from your parents versus the outside is different.
That's not true because my thing is, let's say you followed your passion. Let's say, how can I put that?
You'll respect your parent and your parents' wishes before you respect outside world wishes.
That's a fact. If you stand for something though.
Yeah, because that's not always true.
Why? I mean, I'm not saying not your own. You do what you want to do in your life. You run your life the way you want to run your life. Mm-hmm. But if your parents say you should do this, and then society say you should do this, what's going to go first? If you're not listening to yourself and what you want, you're going to listen to what your parents want.
A lot of people in the world is going to pick. Because my thing is, your parents is 2 people in this world. If there is 1 million people on this end where I would look amazing, let's say her parents told her to be
for those people.
Yeah, you is. Once you get in college, you get in high school, you are exposed to, especially in college, you're away from your parents. If I can, let's say I'm a fashion designer or a rapper in college, and the whole campus is loving my music. They bumping, they rocking with me. Mm-hmm. I have the whole campus that's telling me, "Oh, you better be a rapper. You better be a rapper. You got this." I hear it. You got this. You got all these people, but you hearing from 2 people that's saying, "No, be a lawyer. No, be a lawyer." In your mind, I keep hearing, "I'm best at this. I'm good at this." Mm-hmm. I'm go with the majority is telling me.
I'm just saying. You're thinking. I'm thinking. Honestly,
right?
Honestly saying, you grew up with these 2 people all your life. These people have been instilling into you all your life that this is what you need to be. I'm sure they want you to be this growing up. Their feelings and opinions on how they feel like you should be don't matter
I got a generator.
as much as society, I don't care how many millions of people want you to be a rapper or whatever. You gonna think about, in the back of your mind, you gonna think about what your parents want.
That's a fact.
You go think about it, but that don't mean you're gonna follow.
It's so many people. It's so many people in this world who don't like the position they in right now in life, or what school they went to, or any of those things, but they follow what their parents like.
You forgot just that quick.
She was just testing to see if it was on yet. But they follow what their parents wanted. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Parents influence a lot of decisions for their kids.
Correct.
And especially back in the day. But back in the day, it was the most things. Kids follow the society wasn't involved either. That's what I'm saying.
But I'm not taking that away from absolutely anything. At the end of the day, you always go you listen to what your parents said, but you always go listen to what your parents said. A lot of people didn't have no backbone to stand up against what their parents wanted.
That's a fact.
There's a lot of people in this world who's going to listen to what their parents say. Mm-hmm. I hear that. I heard you. I ain't taking that from you. But what I'm saying is, when you get to another place where you have an ear and you can hear everybody else telling you what you are good at, and especially if it's something that you like,
right?
You are going to do with what you keep hearing, especially if it's something you like.
Not always.
Yeah, most of the time.
With your heart, bro.
What it is that sometimes when it goes like that is dependent on how you grew up. If you grew up to the point where you really can't have no opinion, and those are people who follow like that.
Right.
That's a fact.
So
that's majority of the people probably don't have.
And that's what I'm saying. And what I'm saying is that I'm not taking that from what you were saying, but what I'm saying is that if you're not in that, because it's not a lot of people who grow up like
it's
that.
not even the way you grew up. It's who you are. Because
no, it's not.
It can be parents who's very, very strict and you grew up a certain way, but you can be a strong-minded person yourself. And you don't have to. You really don't give a fuck about what your parents want for you.
That's very rare.
If you raise a strong-minded kid,
no. If you are in a household where your parents are telling you, you go do this, you go do this. Mm-hmm. As you grow up, all you hear is what somebody is telling you to do.
Yeah.
Your mind, you not making your own decision. You are listening to what somebody else is telling you is right for your life, from a kid all the way up.
But when you make it to that point, it's all on you. It's up to you.
And what I'm saying is that even if so, when you get to that point of college or however, and you didn't grew up where your mom and daddy tell you what's right. You have to listen to whatever they say. If they tell you go get a friend, Julie down the street, and your mama and them say Julie ain't no good friend, stop talking to her, they go stop talking to Julie.
Not necessarily.
Yeah,
not all the time. Your mama just don't know. Your mama just ain't gonna know that you still kicking with Julie.
No,
depending on how you are.
What it is that we're talking about the way that you are saying. People who grow up. Listen, when you said people who grow up strict and listening to their parents, I'm not talking about somebody who not teeter-tots, but this side is, oh yeah, I'm a sneak and do it. And this side, there are people out here who grew up when their parents then molded them no matter what. It is for me to obey and go off what my parents say. I'm not talking about nobody who teeter-totter. Because a person who teeter-totter is the person who gonna go out in that world and go listen to majority. No matter, because they mama said, you go be a doctor.
Right, but the thing is, we're talking about you, now you coming over into my lane. You was going for majority. Now you going for what I just said.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you was talking about what majority would like,
right?
And how
but I only start talking about what you said because.
But what I was saying was facts, and see how hard you on it.
And I told you I was not taking that from you. I think you tried to.
I get that. I know you wasn't taking it from me, but you didn't came and I took it from me. So now you're joining me over here.
No, I'm not joining you. I'm telling you my opinion. You defended
fighting for my side so hard.
No.
Now you want me to go over there with majority?
Oh, no, because my point.
The debate going away.
My point was made.
No, it isn't. No, it's not.
Yes, it was. My point was definitely made.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was.
Weigh in the comments because I feel like it's been a lot of situations where I feel like your parents want you to do certain things, or you want to be great. Your parents always want you to be great, but at certain times, some parents want you to do what they couldn't do or what they didn't do in their lives, and they also try to create that fear in you that you won't be successful.
That's fact.
They didn't push you to do things outside of the box. They pushed you to be safe. They pushed you to get a good job at the big three. Work in the hospital, work in the plant, work somewhere. Don't travel, don't live your life, don't experience things because they never did.
That's a fact.
That's not comfortable for them. So it's a lot of things that parents feel like they want the best for you, but you don't know what the best is for them because you ain't experienced it.
Life and living, that's two different things.
So what I'm saying is that's when the majority come in, I guess.
Exactly.
But that's only if you're open to it. And you have to be a strong-minded person on your own to go out there and experience what majority talking about versus these two people that have been in your life all the time.
Yes, that's what I said. That's what I said.
I said that too then.
No, you didn't. You're saying it now.
I said it earlier.
Okay.
I said you got to be strong-minded. I said that.
Yeah, I heard you.
Those were my words when I was talking about you got to be strong-minded. And you talking to Julie up the street. And your mama don't know. That's strong-minded. Because you still talking to Julie.
Yeah. Okay. What I just
but
said.
Rock and Michelle just don't know.
What I just said. You just said the same thing what I just said. So now you on my side.
Listen,
no.
So now you on my side. And then I was on your side. So
what I'm saying in this situation, it ain't really no side.
Okay. No, it's not.
Yeah. Because we not those people.
Right.
We not the people like that.
So it's just a lot of people in this world.
Yeah.
And there's some like that. So yeah. But we done got off the complete topic about Joan and Tony. But we ain't even talking about Joan and Tony.
It is Joan and Tony though, because we were talking about how Joan had to listen to what her mama wanted her to do, or her family was to be the attorney. Mm-hmm. That's how we got on this. Mm-hmm. But what I'm saying is, in situations like this,
my bow wasn't that good.
You sure?
Yeah.
My bow
that bad boy empty though.
Man. It's a little empty, but it's
a lot
not,
of empty.
It's not my after feeling and give me what it usually. I be
you
like, ooh, I want some more.
You didn't have no vinaigrette though.
Okay, maybe that's what
it's just a lot of people in this world who think they know what's best from their experience in life. I mean, I know you always try to prevent your kids from doing the wrong things that you went down the path doing. Sometimes you got to let kids learn for themselves. Sometimes you got to let them experience life on their own. Of course, you want to be there to stop stuff, but they're not going to grow as a person if they only know what's right from your eyes.
Damn.
You get what I'm saying? This is like, when the kids be putting their fingers in the socket, you gotta protect them from doing that. Growing up,
yes. That ain't no good.
Because they don't know. No, just hear me out.
Okay.
I'm not done. Damn. They don't know no better because they little babies.
Right.
They don't know no better. You got to stop them from doing that. Mm-hmm. But then when they get to a certain age and they do another thing that when they're 9 and 10, and you clearly can see that this is right and wrong, and they're not going to electrocute themselves. They're not going to get hurt by it. Just let them try it on their own. Okay. Like riding a bike with no knee pads. You know it ain't safe. You know the chances are, like you know how it be parents who want to protect every little thing.
No.
Yes, I don't know the right analogy for it.
Every little thing, then okay, but if
a boo boo, a scratch, a scar,
who protected
a heartbreak. A friend doing it wrong. Like let your kids have friends, and you worried about your friends, not your kid friends.
Correct.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Sometimes parents want to be involved with every aspect of their kid's life, and you got to let go of take the titty out their mouth. They don't want it. They don't want it.
But
they don't need it.
But
I
agree with you saying, but I don't know however you trying to put it, but what you are saying is not there's things that a kid is just not supposed to learn on their own.
Like what?
What you give me one, because what you just said about the socket is not one.
First of all, I said that's a protection that you should always do. Safeguarding it. Putting the things over the sockets. You should do that as a parent. Yes, you should you should put those locks on the cabinets. Mm-hmm. As a parent, yes, because you don't. These kids don't know right from wrong. They don't know that they can hurt themselves. I said when they get to a certain age, where they know what they're doing is wrong, and they shouldn't do it because they're going to hurt themselves.
So what I'm saying,
then you should let certain things happen.
So what I'm saying is, you as a parent, you're walking up and you see a kid that you deem old enough to know about the socket sticking their finger in the socket, what you gonna do? Keep walking? Because go ahead, learn. You old enough to know not to do that. No, get your hand away from that socket.
I don't know.
With you,
well, no, if you old enough now, and I ain't told you 1 or 2 times. But what's old enough?
What you?
I'm talking about 8 and 9.
Okay. And 8 and 9, you walk up and you see them about to stick their hand in the socket. You go stand there.
You know what? I hate when a person don't dissect what I'm talking about like that.
Reverse psychology.
What I'm saying is don't belittle this situation. I'm not talking about.
That is what you say.
Because you're belittling at this point. Because yes, you are. Because I wasn't talking about a 9, 8-year-old doing that. I'm talking about in a certain situation when your kids are growing up. You're supposed to be a very overprotective parent. Shadowing everything that they do, walking around behind them every footstep of the way. But once they get to a certain age, you need to loosen up and let them experience things on their own.
That's what I asked you. I said, like,
what I'm saying is, in certain situations, you don't think it's necessary to ride a bike or be a friend with somebody, and then the shit just don't go right. Like you feel like you got to insert yourself in that.
No,
right. So that's what I'm saying. In certain situations, like
when people act like that.
But in certain situations, when it's time to loosen the rope, you should. Yeah, you should let some things happen.
But what are some things?
And be there to help them.
Like friends.
I didn't have. I'm not talking about a specific thing. I'm just talking about in general.
Yeah, you loosen up the strings, of course.
But some people don't know how.
But then at some point, you can't just loosen up your strings and then keep your mouth closed. Especially as a parent, you see things and you have experienced things. If I see something that I feel like is because crooked or weird, I'm not just gonna let my kid go ahead and bump their own head. I'm gonna tell them, don't do it. In general, whatever it is. My thing is, it's not that you sit there and you be quiet every time. What I said is you have to let them experience things. Yes, you experience it, but you don't.
They own sometimes to understand how to heal from it and how to grow from it. Correct. If you're an adult and you ain't never experienced no hardship in your life, once you finally do experience and your parents or whoever was protecting you all your life is not there, you're not going to know how to deal with it because you never deal with it before. You never dealt with it.
You can't really always be protected from a hardship. What I'm saying is that
what I'm saying is a lot of parents try. Some parents don't. Some parents. It is not a bad thing. I'm not saying this is a bad thing, but some parents are very overprotective, very on it. Like, oh, this is not going to happen to my child. This is not going to happen. This is not going to happen. And then their child has the perfect life. Everything is great. Everything is fine. And then something happened major. Or it may not even be that major, but to them, because it ain't never happened to them before, they ain't never experienced it, they can take it very, very hard. Right. You get what I'm saying? Right. But if little things happen throughout life, sometimes, I think what it is like when you grew up with a silver spoon versus you had to get it out the mud mentality. Sometimes things affect you differently than if everything was handed to you. You get what I'm saying? So when stuff stopped getting handed to you, you don't know how to figure shit out on your own.
That's not
certain
true.
People only.
That is
I
not
promise
true.
you, everybody is raised differently. In certain situations, I feel like there's nothing wrong. Even if you got the silver spoon to give your kid all the time, sometimes give them plastic. That's all I'm saying. Just let them get a little plastic. Let them go out and see what, and then they can be blessed and be thankful for what they do have because. You always getting it. You always got it. You always know how to work with it because you always had it. If you ain't never had it, it's different.
And what I hear that, but I'm saying intentionally making a kid have to figure this out or figure that out. I just don't think that's always you. How can I put that? I don't think nothing's wrong with what you're saying either, but I don't think that because you grew up in the mud, that makes you different. That don't make you different.
Yes, it do.
No, it does not.
Yes, it do.
Because my thing is, I feel like
a lot of people who grew up in the mud is the same as the person who got silver spoon?
A lot of people who grew up. No, I'm not. I didn't say that.
So you different?
No. The difference is with people who
you just said they're not different.
Okay, however, they're different.
Okay.
People who grew up in the mud usually 9 times out of 10 have one way of living. Yeah, there 9 times out of 10 there is few people who grew up in the mud that has did something to get themselves out of the mud. But when you only showing one thing and your parent is the, oh shoot, I figured it out, you gonna have to figure it out. So then that's just like keeping a cycle going. There is one, because we know one when I was growing up in high school. There is ones that grow up and don't let what they've been through determine the rest of their life. But that's rare when all you see is in the mud, struggle, or anything of the sort. It's hard for you to grow up differently.
Hey, look, this for the public right here. This Dante, this is brother. I ain't trying to get off topic or nothing, but this for the public. Stop allowing yourself to feel guilty for ones who can't figure it out on their own. That's it.
That's true.
That's true.
That's definitely true. Because what is that? What they be saying? When you make it out, people be guilty when they make it out.
You feel bad for other people. But that's just like the analogy I told yesterday on the phone. I was like, you can't always turn around and reach your arm down to pull the next person up, because sometimes they try to pull you back down into the gutter with them. They don't want to see you up there, and they don't want to go up there with you. They just don't want your ass to be up there. You get what I'm saying? So every time you reach and turn around and try to pull the next person up, you got to be careful, because it ain't always what you need to do. Sometimes you got to let people be, for them to be able to figure it out on their own. Now, if you see somebody out there with motion, making it work, trying to figure it out on their own, yeah, ain't nothing wrong with helping that person. But don't do more for another person than they're willing to do for themselves, because then they're going to pull you into the situation where you back down there with them. You get what I'm saying? In certain situations, but that's what I'm talking about. When you come out of your circumstances or what you used to, and you make it, it feel good to bring somebody else along with you. It feel good to be like, oh, we all got it from out of this and we all did it. But then some people who already up there, they used to it and their circle is up there, they don't have that mindset. Like, you get what I'm saying? They're not thinking about the next person, because all they know is people who already got it. So it's just different. I don't know. We talk about something else. This video in 40 minutes.
We can jump to a whole other topic.
Man, if I was shadow banned, this is gonna be good for the people who see it though. But we talk like this all the time. Y'all already know how I get down over here with these mukbangs. When we talking about topics, the power is out. This is a power-free video. I don't know what time it's gonna be by the time the power come on to get this video up to you guys. But I can start editing it now. Oh no, can't.
Nope, you can't play.
Laptop player. Fuck.
Oh, that's crazy.
Wow.
Wow.
Please make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share this video with anyone and everyone. Let them know we're doing it. We're constantly growing. This is a real talky Instagram mukbang. Okay, I love y'all so much. Pray for us, because it's time to get a little warm in here.
It's perfect in here.
Yeah, to you, because you so cold. All right, I love y'all.
Bye.
Peace. Love you.
My fucking leg.
Did I say please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the video?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Cut me off.